which corresponds to maxima minima. The first question is f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 the whole square plus 3. Look at this question. You don't have to do anything. You know, when square numbers will always be from 0 to infinity. Put a plus 3. So then therefore this will become 3. This will become infinity plus 3, which is infinity. So your minima is 3 and your maxima is undefined. So this is your minima. So that's about it. These are logical ways of arriving at minimas and maximas. So let's go to the next question. F of x is equal to 9x square plus 12x plus 2. You can write it as, if it's in this format, it's easier. So let's do completion of square. 3x the whole square is like a square. Plus 2a is 3x obviously. And this is only 6x is 12x. So into 2. So it's like 2ab and b is 2. So plus b square is plus 4. I can't randomly add a plus 4. So I have to subtract a minus 4. And this plus 2 I can bring in. So this will become 3x plus, still here it's 3x plus 2 the whole square. Yeah. So till here it's 3x plus 2 the whole square minus 2. So like this, you know, square numbers can range from 0 to infinity. Putting a minus 2 here, this will be minus 2 and this will be infinity. So your minima is minus 2 and your maxima is infinity. So let's go to third question. These are all, you can just analyze it and logically even explain. Minus x minus 1 the whole square plus 10. A square number ranges from 0 to infinity. However, there's a negative sign outside, which means it's minus infinity to 0. So add a plus 10 here. So you get a 10 to minus infinity. So this becomes your maxima. A 10 becomes, and this is your undefined minima. Okay, let's go to fourth question. The g of x is equal to x square plus 1. X square plus 1 or x cube? I think it's x cube plus 1. If it's a square number, I can say 0 to infinity. When the cube, obviously it will range from minus infinity to plus infinity. Add a plus 1 to it. It will be minus infinity to plus infinity. So maxima and minima cannot be defined. Both of them are undefined. Can you see? So then that's about it. And let's go to the next question, which is the second question, where the first subdivision is about a mod of x plus 2 minus 1. A mod function ranges from 0 to infinity. A minus 1 and a minus 1 makes it minus 1 and infinity. So your minima is minus 1 and undefined, maxima is undefined. So let's go to second question, which is g of x is equal to minus mod of x plus 1 plus 3. A mod function is from 0 to infinity. I'm putting a minus, it's minus infinity to 0. So plus 3 to it, it's 3 and a minus infinity. So your 3 becomes your maxima and the minima is undefined. Let's go to third question, which is h of x is equal to sine 2x plus 5. Sine 2x, you know, sine functions always ranges between minus 1 and a plus 1. And now you add a plus 5 everywhere to get it in this format. So there, this is 4 and this is 6 and this becomes your minima and that becomes your maxima. So let's go to fourth question. Which is f of x is equal to mod of sine 4x plus 3. And you know, sine 4x here lies between minus 1 and plus 1. Add a plus 3 on all sides. You will get a 2 and a 4. And even if you put a mod, it's not going to affect your answer because you got only positive answer. So minima is 2 and your maxima is 4. So let's go to next question, which is h of x is equal to x plus 1. If h of x is equal to x plus 1, x can be from minus infinity till plus infinity. Adding a plus 1, minus, you cannot define a maxima and minima, especially because it's a linear function. Can you see this graph is like this? It's a linear function. But in this question, they've given from minus 1 to plus 1. So from minus 1 to plus 1 also, the graph goes like this. We can't say, it's open bracket minus 1 to plus 1. So in between them also, it's just a linear function. Linear function do not have a maxima or a minima. Okay, so that's about it. So third question is f of x is equal to x square. Looking at this, I know x square is an upward parabola which is exactly at the origin. The vertex is at the origin. I know my minima will be f of x, which is a y value which is 0. And at an x value 0. You know, at x is equal to 0, y is becoming 0. This is your minimum. I know it. But having said that, as an upward parabola, so maxima cannot be defined, goes on. But the minima can be defined, you know, as soon as you see this. But having said that, you have to use differentiation to do it. So using differentiation, if I have to differentiate this, it's 2x. You know, if in a maxima or a minima, the slope will be 0. A dy by dx will become 0 in a maxima or a minima. So then dy by dx is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. So you get that point at which its maxima minima occurs. Substitute that in the question, f of 0 is equal to 0. And this becomes your You don't know whether it's maxima or minima. You really don't know. We know logically it's a minima. But how to find its minima or maxima? Take and do double differentiation. Answer is 2, which is positive answer. If you get double differentiation verification to be positive, then the value that you got is minima. So your minima is 0. At x is equal to 0 is your local minimum point. A local minimum point. So that's how you do this. So let's go to next sum. Second sum. G of x is equal to x cube minus 3x. G dash of x is equal to 3x square minus 3 is equal to 0, x square is equal to 1, x is equal to plus or minus 1. So you can substitute in the question, in the function g of 1 and g of minus 1. So if you substitute 1 minus 3 is minus 2, if you substitute minus 1 it's minus 1 plus 3, the answer is 2. So this is your maxima obviously, and this is your minima, which occurs at x is equal to minus 1 is your local maximum point, and x is equal to 1 is your local minimum point, which gives you a minima. So I hope you understood. Let's go to third question. The third question is h of x is equal to sin x plus cos x. As usual, differentiated. H dash of x is equal to cos x minus sin x, equated to 0. So you get cos x is equal to sin x, hence tan x is equal to 1, which shows that x is equal to pi by 4. It can also be in the third quadrant because all school taught children pi plus pi by 4, which is 5 pi by 4. However, the question here says that you have to analyze only from x is equal to 0 to pi by 2. So I'll restrict my answer to x is equal to pi by 4. Now you got the x substitute in the question, that is in the function. You get sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2, which is 2 by root 2, hence the answer is root 2, and you don't have anything to compare. So when you don't have values to compare, you just have to do double differentiation verification, because you only have one value here, which is just root 2. You don't have two different values to compare because the question is from 0 to pi by 2. You can't take this and substitute in the question. So do a double differentiation test. Take the differentiated value and differentiate it once again. Cos x will become minus sin x. Sin x will become a cos x. The minus sign is already there. So you have to h x, you got it as pi by 4. So h double dash of pi by 4 is minus sin pi by 4 minus cos pi by 4, which is minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, which is minus root 2, and you got a negative answer. You don't have to find the answer. You have to just check if the double differentiation negative or positive. The negative, obviously what you got is a maximum. This is your maxima. Okay, so this is just a verification part. So that's this question. Let's go to the next question. Whenever it's a single value, you have to do double differentiation verification, no other choice. So let's go to the next question, which is the fourth question, which is f of x is equal to sin x minus cos x, and f dash of x is equal to cos x plus sin x is equal to 0. A cos x is equal to minus sin x, and a tan x is equal to minus 1. And you all know it's all school taught to children. Where will tan be negative? In the second and in the fourth quadrant. And the question here clearly says you have to verify from 0 to 2 pi. So you have to check for the entire revolution. A pi minus pi by 4, which is 3 pi by 4, and a 2 pi minus pi by 4, which is 7 pi by 4, are the two values that you have to substitute in the question. So x will be 3 pi by 4 or x will be 7 pi by 4. Take it and substitute in the question, f of 3 pi by 4 and f of 7 pi by 4. You get a sin 3 pi by 4 minus cos 3 pi by 4, and a sin 7 pi by 4 minus cos 7 pi by 4, which is sin pi minus pi by 4, which is sin pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2. This is cos pi minus pi by 4, which will be negative, a negative, negative, positive, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 will be 2. And this will be sin 2 pi minus pi by 4, all school taught to children, cos only can be positive, so it will be minus 1 by root 2. And this will be already existing minus a positive, so minus 1 by root 2, which is minus root 2. And from this, you know, this is your maxima and this is your minima. Very simple. And this corresponds to your local minimum point, and this is your local maximum point. X is equal to 7 pi by 4 and x is equal to 3 pi by 4. Okay, so that's about it. You have two values to compare, then you don't have to do double differentiation. Unless your teachers in school are insisting, there's no need. Okay, so let's go to the next question, which is the fifth question. F of x is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x plus 15. So f dash of x is equal to 3x square minus 12x plus 9. Taking 3 out, you get x square minus 4x plus 3. Factorizing this 3 ones are 3, you get a 3 into x square minus 3x minus 1x plus 3. So 3 into x minus 3 minus 1 into x minus 3. So then therefore 3 into x minus 1 into x minus 3. And you know the differentiation value have to be equated to 0. That's when it may be maxima or minima. So x can be 1 or x can be 3. And substitute that in the question. So f of 1 and f of 3 you do and compare your answers and see what you're getting and decide which is your maxima and which is your minima. So let's go to next question. The next question is the sixth question, which is g of x is equal to x by 2 plus 2 by x. G dash of x is equal to x by 2 is just 1 by 2 differentiation, and 2 into 1 by x is minus 2 by x square differentiation, which is equal to 0. So 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by x square. So x square is equal to 4x is equal to plus or minus 2. Substituting this in the question, you have g of 2 and g of minus 2. So it's 2 by 2 plus 2 by 2 is 1 plus 1, which is 2, and minus 2 by 2 plus 2 by minus 2, which is minus 1 minus 1, which is minus 2. So very clearly this is your maxima and this is your minima, and this is your local minimum point, and x is equal to 2 is your maximum, local maximum point. So let's go to the next question, which is the seventh subdivision. G of x is equal to 1 by x square plus 2. You all know how I differentiate. I'll consider this capital X, and 1 by x is equal to minus 1 by x square plus 2 the whole square, and the inside differentiation chain rule is 2x is equal to 0. Hence you know x is equal to 0. Substituting that back in the question, g of 0 is equal to 1 by 2. But again you don't know whether it's maxima or minima, so you have to verify with the double differentiation test, which is a differentiated value. This is the differentiated value. Take it and differentiate it again. இதில் வந்து டபுள் டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேஷன் பண்ண தான் வேணும். -2 வெளியே எடுத்துக்கோ, இதை வந்து u ஆகும், இது v ஆகும். அப்போ கீழே இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுது, மேலே இருக்கிறத டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட், கீழே இருக்கிறத மேலே டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ண 2 இல்லை 2 வெளியே எடுத்தாச்சு. ஓகே, எக்ஸ் தான் இருக்குது, மேலே இருக்க டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணால் 1 மைனஸ் மேலே இருக்கிறத அப்படியே எழுது, கீழே இருக்கிற டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணால் 2 இன்ட்டு எக்ஸ் ஸ்கொயர் ப்ளஸ் 2 இன்ட்டு 2xனும் போது 4x ஸ்கொயர்னு ஆகிடும். பை எக்ஸ் ஸ்கொயர் ப்ளஸ் 2 தி ஹோல் த பவர் 4. ஆனால் இதில் எக்ஸோட வேல்யூ வந்து 0ன்னு தெரியும் எனக்கு. ஸோ எக்ஸ் இருக்கிற இடத்துலலாம் 0 போட்டுனே வந்தோம்னா இட் வில் பிகம் 1. இது வந்து யூ டோன்ட் ஹாவ், இது ஃபுல்லு 0 ஆகிடும். Okay, இது ஃபுல்லு நெகட்டிவ். At the end of the day this is negative. When double differentiation is negative, the value that you got is maxima. So then this is your local maximum point. That's what it refers to. So 8th question is f of x is equal to x into root of 1 minus x. F of x is equal to x into root of 1 minus x. When you have this sum, normally you should, whenever you see a square root, you should always square both sides. So y is equal to x square into 1 minus x னு எடுத்துக்கோ. ஓகே, இது ஏன்னா இப்படி இருந்தாலும் அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷனை ஸ்கொயர் பண்ணாலும் டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேஷன் வில் பி 0 அட் த சேம் பாயிண்ட் தானே. அதனால் இங்கே தான் கிளாஸு சேர் போட வேணாம். முதல்ல இருக்கிறது அப்படியே எது, ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிற டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணு, ப்ளஸ் ரெண்டாவது இருக்கிறது அப்படியே எது, முதல்ல இருக்கிற டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் பண்ணி ஈக்குவல் டு 0 போடு. ஆர் யூ கேன் ஈவன் டேக் இட் இன்சைட் அண்ட் தென் டிஃப்ரென்ஷியேட் 2x minus 3x square is equal to 0. So x into 2 minus 3x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0, x is equal to 2 by 3. இதை எடுத்து கொஸ்டினில் போட்டால் f of 0 கிடைக்கும், f of 2 by 3 கிடைக்கும். f of 0 is 0, f of 2 by 3 is 2 by 3 into root of 1 minus 2 by 3. So this will get you your maxima, this will get you your minima. அவ்வளோதான். So I've done till here. I'll do the record next of the sums in another recording and send it across to you guys. Okay.